guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be all about high-end products that I personally feel are worth every single cent and actually worth trying out at Sephora. Now, don't get me wrong, I know when we go into Sephora, you're just like, I need that. I want that. I don't care if I can afford that, but I'm going to buy that. And a lot of us just love everything in Sephora where it's a straight up Candyland. I get it. But I figured with just going into Sephora, and sometimes it can be very overwhelming and you're not really sure maybe what you want to try or what's really worth it, because everything is really pricey in there. And me being someone where I've been in Sephora maybe once or twice, 99 times, maybe 1,275 times, I figured I would just do a video on some products that I personally completely love, worth every single penny, that I personally will repurchase and continuously use for the rest of my life. Also, I'm not going to be hitting on blush, eyeliner, eyelashes, lots of different things like that. BB creams I'm not going to be talking about because I like a lot of drugstore products as opposed to using the high end. Just because something is high end and ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la, does not mean that it's going to be better than a drugstore product or something that's more affordable or cheap. So for me, these products that I'm showing you are like the creme de la creme, the big kahuna, the cherry on top of my sundae. Okay, so now I'm going to start off with primers. I was surprised I picked 3 different ones because I don't have that many items to show you, but I was just like, I'm showing 3 primers. But I find that a primer just lays out that base, just gets your canvas ready. You don't want no oil slicks. You want your makeup to stay. So it's a really important part of your makeup. The first primer is going to be the Smashbox Photo Finish, and this is the Pore Minimizing Primer. I absolutely love this when I am an oily beast. Now, I love to use this primer on those days where I'm just oily in my T-zone, oily all around, oily just even from head to toe. Now, this primer is definitely going to keep you matte. It has a really nice thick consistency and it fills in your pores like no other. If you are someone who has dry patches or dry skin, you will not like this. This will be your enemy. But if you're oily or combination skin and you want to hit those spots where you just want to fill in some pores and you want to make sure you control those oils, definitely give this a try. This will just keep you so matte. Next one is Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. This is bae to me. I use it every single day almost. And it is another primer that's pretty thick in consistency, but it's a little bit smooth. It definitely fills in pores. This is going to be really great for someone with combination skin, but it makes your canvas look so good. So if you're not that oily, I definitely would give this one a try. And for the last primer is definitely the highest priced primer, unfortunately, and this is the Invisiblur Perfecting Shield from Gerard. This is a $65 primer. Don't worry, it starts down here, so I know mine's all the way up there, but I use it all the time, especially when I know I'm going to be in the sun, because it has an SPF of 30. I love that because no matter what, I always wear a primer, but if it already has SPF, I already know I'm not going to forget, you know, my protection. Think of it as the same thing as no glove, no love, no primer, no love to that face. Not sure how that's going to click in your head, but just think of it as a primer as a glove for your face. Just know that you always have to protect your face because you don't want any sun damage, and sometimes we don't really realize like the sun's beaming down on us, and that's not really good when you're not protecting your face and you got one face. Well, I hope you have one face. I mean, two-faced people is another topic. Now, in order to lock that makeup down, like I'm saying, a full-on shield hairspray for the face, except it's not gonna sting, is the Skindinavia Makeup Setting Spray. This brand actually manufactures also the Urban Decay Setting Spray, so if you're someone where like, hey, it comes from the same place, go ahead and get the Urban Decay. I personally have just always used Skindinavia. I love this one. It locks my makeup in, especially on those days where I'm literally just melting and sweating away. I get asked all the time, like, girl, how is your face not melting off? And I always think this baby's just keeping it, I don't know, in place. Has a really light scent, so if you're someone who's sensitive, this will be good for you. They have one for oil control, which I personally use, so you'll see that little oil control down there. They also have one for normal skin, so they have a ton of different ones, even setting sprays that are gonna give you a more luminous glow for someone who has dry skin, but that's not me. So I definitely love this because it just locks and loads my makeup. Now, a lot of things can prime the eyes. I know you can just use a concealer, any cheap kind of eye primer, but something that's going to lock your shadows in 24/7, and also color correct, because I find that color correcting isn't really for everybody. I mean, I personally have a little bit darker pigmentation than other people's eyelids because I always, you know, tend to get those comments like, hey girl, what's the eyeshadow on your eyes? it's just my skin. Eyeshadow primer that I like to lock in my eyeshadows all day. Just give me a really nice base, but also just brighten up that eyelid really nicely is this Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. This is the Prime and Correct. I love a lot of different eye primers, but this one specifically is because it color corrects. Now, a little goes a long way. It's very pigmented, see? So I barely had any product, and that can cover probably like about 2 eyes. You really don't need a ton, and you don't want to put too much because then it's going to get too gunky. What I love is that it feels like there's nothing there, but it just brightens up the eyes so well. My eyeshadows always blend really nicely, specifically with this primer. Now, let's talk about some foundations. I just started using this foundation probably about 2 weeks ago, and I'm not someone where I like a super full coverage foundation. I like my skin to peek through. I want my face to breathe because if I don't need the coverage, then I don't really want it. But just until recently, I've just been obsessed with just not wanting to see my skin. Now that may sound wrong because this is a really good product because it doesn't feel that way. So I'm currently wearing right now, and I don't know, to me it looks almost like doll skin, and I'm really loving this look just because I find that a lot of foundations that I have tried that are more full coverage, I feel super like cake. So the foundation that I've been loving and I'm currently wearing is the Marc Jacobs foundation. Now, what shade am I in? I'm in the shade Honey Medium. I got this foundation quite a bit ago. I just haven't gotten a chance of trying it out. I'm kind of almost like upset at myself, but this is what the bottle looks like. It has like a little, it's not a droplet, but you can just kind of just dab the product on your face. I just smear it all over. I am wearing 1 layer of this product. I can only imagine what 2 would do. A little goes a long way. Also with this product, the very first time I tried it on, I was like, holy crap, I put too much. But you just need a couple dots on each section, just blend it out. I like the way it looks with a beauty blender. That's what I use today. It lasts all day. I was actually at Disneyland, like literally sweating balls, and my face still was in place, and I was in shock. I was kind of giving it like that test of, okay, let's see if it's gonna like really hold up in hot weather when I'm sweating and all that. And it was so hot yesterday in Disneyland, and my face still looked good. All I did was just blot my face with some oil sheets. I didn't have to reapply any powder, and it still looked so good. So when it comes to foundations, I always say just snag a sample. Just get a sample at Sephora, try it out for yourself, see if you even like it. Even if you're someone where you're just like not about that sample life and you're just like go big or go home and you just want to buy the full thing, then just buy it, but keep your receipt because then you can always return it. But I really love this foundation so much because it has a full coverage, but if you can see, my skin has a really nice glow to it. Not just my highlight, but it has a really nice glow all over. So I really love this foundation. Definitely give it a try because like I said, I've tried a ton of high-end full coverage foundations, and every time is, like I said, cake. And then I chose another foundation that just really jumped out at me because I really don't know any drugstore foundation that's really equivalent to this as well. And this is the Naked Skin. I am in 5.5. I could be 6.0 in a little. Maybe I am right now. This might be a little bit light. But this is such a lightweight foundation where the consistency is like no other because it's super runny. Usually I'm not a fan of things like that, but this foundation is just so lightweight that when you blend it into the skin, it looks like nothing. It looks like your skin. It feels so lightweight. It's probably like the most lightweight foundation that I do own. It lasts pretty well. I will say after about 6 hours, I kind of tend to have to blot. I am oily, so that's something that's of the norm. I'm not blotting after 2 hours or 3. I'm telling you, like maybe on my 5th or 6th, I am blotting. That's pretty normal, but it just feels like air. Like I didn't put anything on. And if someone was just like, girl, what foundation do you have on? I'm just like, nothing. It's my skin. Hence the name Naked Skin. So it's basically just enhancing your skin a little because it's not full coverage. Just build it to a medium, but it's very nice and light and great for every day. Now this next product is kind of hard to talk about because I'm someone where I love highlights. Highlighters are just life to me. I love to collect those the most along with lipsticks, and I'm all about that. But that highlight though. And after trying so many different brands of highlights, it really came down to just these last 2 brands, which is either Becca or Bobbi Brown. And I was looking at them and I was just thinking, which ones do I think look the most natural? really make myself look lit from within, something that's also buildable and just looks really luxurious on the skin. Dun 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 dun. Bobbi Brown. And I know a lot of people are Becca fans. I definitely am. I love their highlighters. They're sick. Like you're glowing and you're going to be found in a forest in case you get lost. But there's something about the Bobbi Brown quality that I really love just because it's very silky. I'm currently wearing this highlight mixing with another one. This one's Afternoon Glow. I just did a full video. Ignore my kind of muddy contour because I tried some new contour powders and I'm not about it. But there's something about these highlights that just melt into the skin, make your skin look lit from within and have this glow. It's definitely buildable. You don't have to necessarily spray it with a setting spray just to build it up, but you can always do that as well. So if you want to be found in a forest, you can, but if you want to just be like a cute little, I don't know, nightlight glowing softly, you can do that too. Where did that come from? I love the quality of it just because it's so silky. It's not powdery whatsoever. Just look at that glow. And I find that a lot of highlighters these days have tons of glitters, and I'm not all about that glitter life. I mean, I do love glitter, but on the face itself, I find that a more soft glow that can be built up to, you know, how you want it, how the intensity you want, looks much better on the skin as opposed to a highlighter that has like tons of shimmer and glitter. It just looks too harsh. And I know people probably don't like the packaging of these. I happen to like it just because this packaging right here, even though it may be bulky, it's protecting my product, which I don't mind at all because if it's gonna protect it, I've never broken a shimmer brick. Only one because I dropped it like super hard. But you know, like I know lots of people complain about Becca highlighters cracking and they're just like, it was just in my makeup bag. That's all happened. So I really love Bobbi Brown. It was really hard to pick down to the highlighters, but these just scream my name. When they come out with them, I'm just like, I want them all because the quality is so good. Now, eyebrow product I have to give it up to is what I'm wearing currently on my brows, and this is the Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown from Anastasia. I love this stuff because it is straight up waterproof, sweat proof, all day proof. It lasts even throughout my gym workouts. I still have brows. I have expression. I love brow pencils, but if it has to come down to one pomade, that one is the one that lasts all day long. It doesn't slip or slide. It's great for someone who has oily brows. That's me. I felt like I sounded like a robot. That's me. I have oily brows. But if you're someone who has oily brows, then that product's gonna work freaking phenomenal for you. There's tons of pomades out there, but I'm telling you, I've tried so many different brands, even to the drugstore. They may look equivalent, but they're not going to last as long. Inglot Duraline. Now, I discovered this baby this year. I've talked about it quite a few times on my channel, but this is #1 reviver of all my dry eyeliners. Now, you can do a lot of things with this product. You can make things into pigments. You can bring out intensities of lots of different eye products. But what I personally love to use it for is to use it to revive my black liners. Now, it just comes with a little droplet like that. You just put a little product in your eyeliner pot, swirl around your brush, and you have a brand new freaking eyeliner. It makes your eyeliner glide like a dream. You're going to be winging your eyeliner for days like a conveyor belt. So it's really annoying when sometimes our eyeliner dries out, but in order to avoid buying a whole nother eyeliner, you can just revive the one that you have with this stuff. Like I said, just drop it in and it's 100%. It's actually, I just bit my tongue. I must be really excited about this product. But it actually makes some of my eyeliner formulas work a little bit better because like I said, it just makes your eyeliner just glide on so easy. Highly recommend it. And then all these products, I'll link them down below where you can get them. And that is it for my high-end product video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, these are just like the top of the top that I feel like no drugstore product or something that's a little bit more affordable can kind of just beat it, just knock it out of the park. I find that these products are just #1 for me. I will continuously buy them and I think that they're really worth trying. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if this helped you out. Definitely comment down below if you've tried any of these products that I have mentioned. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do my must-have drugstore products because there's quite a few drugstore products I absolutely love. So let me know if you guys want me to do that one for next week and I definitely will do that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it is free, $99, literally free, and I will link all my social medias down below and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Woo-hoo!